It's Eddie K here for Best Buy Plugin, and in this video review we take a look at the Samsung Galaxy S8 and to some extent the S8 Plus. These are the latest flagship phones from Samsung, sporting bigger screens than ever before. Now it's easy to like a phone that is elegant, and that's precisely what Samsung has tried to do here. So the design principles in a lot of ways have stayed the same, but in many ways are different too because you have a longer display to work with. Now in this particular case I have the S8, but the S8 Plus follows exactly the same idea, it's just a little bit longer. So it's a 6.2-inch screen in that case. This is a 5.8. Of course, when you talk about screen size, what matters really is the fact that the form factor is sort of wrapping around the screen. Now I know that sounds weird because that's really what smartphones have been for the longest time, but if you think about the bezels that are almost non-existent on a device like this, what you're really holding is a slab that is just almost a screen in front and, you know, another piece in the back. But I think that matters because when you're talking about holding a phone that is big, the S8 is not big in the same sense that the previous, you know, maybe like the Note 1 or Note 2 would have been big, right? Even the S2 or the S3 would be big compared to something like this, despite the fact that the screen size in those cases was considerably smaller. To make room for all that, some compromises had to be made, like putting the fingerprint sensor now in the back, which is a move that is not going to do very well in my view. The iris scanner that was initially introduced in the Note 7 is in here, along with a facial recognition scanner as well. The screen has an 18.5 by 9 aspect ratio, which is a little unusual, and that means that there are going to be black bars on either side. Now, I'm sorry for showing this outside. It's partly to show the glare of the screen as well, but you can see that there are black bars. Apps will eventually expand to accommodate that, but right now most of them don't. The edge display on either side is back, and that goes with the interface as well, but Samsung is not playing it up this time. So instead, they're playing up Bixby. This is Samsung's digital assistant, and what we're looking at here is Bixby Home, which is a card-based layout that is meant to give you contextual information like news and details about your daily routine that you might want. As it gets to know you, it provides better information. The second part is Bixby Vision. Now this is integrated into the S8's camera, so I'm just using it here. I'm showing a particular speaker, and I'm supposed to be able to see where I can shop for it and even see images for it. But for the moment, there are not a lot of supporting apps, or supporting vendors, I should say, who are using it, so it's still kind of up in the air. The third part is Bixby Voice, which we don't know when that's going to be operational, perhaps later this year. So Bixby is one of those features that you think is going to be good, but you're not entirely sure until we see the whole package as it, sort of unlocks. Camera performance is pretty much the same as it was last year, save for the fact that you can shoot video with manual controls, and the front-facing camera has autofocus to focus on faces. But composition otherwise for the rear camera is going to be more or less the same, which is a good thing because the performance was really good last year, but if you're looking for any new spectacular features, they are not in this phone. But for now, what's here works really well. The camera is great, there's no question about that. The way that they integrated the touch buttons here at the bottom, the home button, so getting rid of the physical home button and replacing it with something like this that is intuitive is a good idea too. Very good move. Not liking where the fingerprint sensor is in the back, as I mentioned. If you're looking for premium and luxury Android this year, the S8 is definitely going to be in the top echelon, which is exactly what you would expect from a device like this, right? I mean, it's got an elegance to it, both from a physical perspective, but even the software. Thankfully, Samsung has been listening the last few years and has kind of dialed back some of its previous excesses. Bixby is still up in the air. We don't know exactly how good that's going to be, but by and large, based on the great camera, the great design, and everything else, this is definitely a fantastic Android phone. And that is my review of the Samsung Galaxy S8 and, by extension, the S8 Plus. For Best Buy Plugin, I'm Teddy K. Thanks for watching.